Oh yeah. What's up, Cowboys fam? If you feeling like I'm feeling, let's do this. It's time. It's time to make some noise. We all get together. Who's house? Cowboys. And we're stepping on the scene, repping blue and white jerseys, double stars, and our kicks clean. Second to none, like Emmett. It don't matter if we're home or away. We wanna win it. All day, every day, hit the lights, you know how we do it. Cowboys for life, reppin' them boys cause we chose to. We got fanatics getting crazy, hyped up for the silver and blue. Best believe we rollin' deep too. Biggest fan base across the nation, I thought you knew. Yeah, you know we rep together. Every stadium, city, Cowboys fans everywhere. Yeah, you know we ain't stopping. America's team, forever we'll be poppin'. We put it down in every town. Flags running, music poppin' every time we score a touchdown. We're fired up and we're getting it. Hyped up, dedicated fans united cause we're feeling it. Yeah, we're loyal to our team too. We're up for one star and we're family true, silver and blue. Yeah, you know we're about it. Throw your hands in the air, stars up, never doubt it. Yeah, it's time to make some noise. We all get together, who's out? Cowboys! And we're stepping on the scene, repping blue and white jerseys, double stars, and our kicks clean. Second to none, like Emmett. It don't matter if we're home or away, we wanna win it. All day, every day, hit the lights, you know how we do it. Cowboys for life. Cowboys, our boys making noise. Another offense is down, we hit them straight in the jaws. Our defense doing what they wanna do. They attacking, sacking, celebrating when the play is through. Back to taking care of business. Like from Randy White and Charles Haley, we're dominating trenches. And our DBs are playing tough, playing tight, flashback, doomsday, knocking helmets off. Rising to the top cause we're a threat. We've been through it, time to do it. Raise that 6 trophy on the set, cause you know we got that action. Underestimating us while them dubs keep on stacking. Star game getting major. Dak Gallup, Lamb Parsons, new era playmakers. If you a diehard and you with me, make some noise. We the boys, rep that star mighty proudly. Yeah, it's time to make some noise. We all get together. Who's out? Cowboys! And we're stepping on the scene, repping blue and white jerseys, double stars, and our kicks clean. Second to none, like Emmett. It don't matter if we're home or away, we wanna win it. All day, every day, hit the lights, yeah, you know how we do it. Cowboys for life.
Hi, haters. Y'all want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys? Did y'all see that game today on Christmas Eve? I know about 50 million people was watching that. How you feeling over there, Bob?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. All right, hold on. All right, look. Real serious. I'm going to be real serious. I'm going to get it away real quick. The holidays can be tough for a lot of people out there, a lot, including myself. This last week has been rough for me. I've been quiet. A lot of people haven't heard from me, but I got friends that check in. It's good. We're good. This is one of those games that just kind of makes you, because especially the people like us who live Cowboys, these are one of those games that makes you get water added to your soil, man. You get some nutrients added. You get this light. Even though it was Gardner Minshew, we understand the kid was going to ball. He had nothing to lose today. We found a way to win that game, and the defense, which is the only thing I needed for them to come through with, which was spotty today. The defense won that game for us today. I could not be effing happier. BG, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, my brother. What a game.
I see what you did there, talking about nutrients and water and soil, and you said Gardner. I like how you got your wordplay here today. I think we're ready, baby. The Dallas Cowboys showed some heart today. How about the Dallas Cowboys offense today, huh? 40 points on this team that's only been allowing 19.9. I don't want to hear nothing about no Gardner Minshew. What about that suspect defense on the Philadelphia Eagles?
It was one of those mirror matches today. Do you know what I mean? Like, I honestly, there was a couple times in this game today. It was like, and I'm gonna give respect to Philly. Philly is a world-class NFL team. Okay, they fight. They got dogs on their team. They're ready to win. All right, but so do the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas Cowboys showed up today and did what they needed to do. T.Y. Hilton. Are you kidding me right now, bro?
He told us earlier this week he was in the Star studying 10 hours a day, and he said it. I posted the reel here. You got to respect me. You got to cover me. You know what I'm saying? He blew right past 9 years. What? T.Y. out there getting busy, baby.
Darius Slay could do nothing but smile and give him his props for catching a ball that was thrown in a place only a wide receiver could catch it. At that, we know this. At this point in the game, a lot of us were kind of getting ready to start giving up a little bit and feeling a little stuff. And I think a lot of us were like, why can't we just bomb the ball, man? Just bomb the ball, man. And we did it a couple times today, man. CD showed up, but let me tell you, it was one of those games where I'm going to have to go back and watch it again because I lived about 3 different lifetimes within this game, and it wasn't until the pure birth of myself at the end from the defensive stand that really made it all worthwhile. Man, defense came through when they needed to come through.
Let me just throw some numbers out to you. You know, this defense of the Philadelphia Eagles has been very stingy. You know, they got to Dak Prescott today 6 times, so they were on par with that. But when it's holding the teams to points, I mean, we got to give some respect on Dak's name today. I know I was beside myself on that first pick 6, the accuracy on that. But after the fact, it seems like Dak just has to get one out of the way. But he managed to put up 419 total yards on this defense, 304 passing yards, 115 rushing yards on this Philadelphia defense. How about let's talk about Minshew exposing the Dallas Cowboys? How about the Dallas Cowboys offense exposing this Philadelphia Eagles defense?
Oh man, I'm getting friends. I'm getting friends that know how much people that don't watch football are texting me right now. They know that's how I'm waiting to see those ratings. Like you said, I'm waiting to see the rate. There's no way this was not watched by more people than on Thanksgiving. There's nobody's doing shit right now. They're watching this game.
5 million probably tapped in at the 2-minute warning, dog. Like when we got that ball, because I'm telling you, I was pacing with my hands still behind when we got the ball and kicked the field goal. Because I'm like, a minute something left. The way Minshew's been passing, the refs, the discipline, all of this stuff starts kicking in. And, you know, it's the worst. Like, here we go. We're really going to lose to a backup today at home on Christmas Eve. I just couldn't imagine the media having a field day with that this week. But defense wins divisions, and we stopped. That's right. We stopped the Philadelphia Eagles from winning the NFC East today. It is still at play because the NFC East hasn't been won in 17 years back-to-back, baby. The Dallas Cowboys are still in play with that.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It is a beautiful thing. That's just one of this is one of those games, man. You know, it felt like it could just go right down the toilet so quick, man. Especially knowing we already made it into the playoffs. You know, it's easy for a team to just be like, you know, why don't we just chill out, man? Let's run some plays But let me tell you, man, it's just not like that. A lot of people think the NFL is like that. I'm not sure that it is, man. These guys are getting paid. Not to mention, if they're in front of a camera, they're going to be on their best behavior. And these teams showed up today, man.
I just got one question. I want to know where all of those Philadelphia Eagles fans, y'all share this on the Eagles timeline. Send it to them in the DM. Tag them in the comments below. Where's David Cottle? Where's Philly Nas? Where is all of those Eagle fans been hanging out? I told y'all, come back over here with that same energy, baby. Where you at?
Most definitely, man. I'm ready right now for that shit. I'm telling you right now. And I bet you they're going to be quiet for a little bit. And then, you know, let's hear them. I challenge a Philadelphia Eagle to come to this podcast right now and not say the word Gardner Minshew. Come on,
they don't have enough critical thinking skills. They
Come
thought
on
they'd
in.
been the 72 Dolphins going up into this game, but that's okay. Y'all beat us with a backup. We beat y'all with a backup. And like Nelly, the Green Bay supporters tapping in, she's on the post. She says, you know, we're going to end up seeing the Eagles again in the playoffs. I think that's the way they wrote the script. That's why we didn't see a Jalen Hurts this week. And that's why we're likely going to see Dak Prescott versus Jalen Hurts in the playoffs at some point this season. If you believe that, do me a favor, just like this video and share it.
I like the energy on defense today, man. I still worry sometimes about Micah. I feel like he just has this battle going on in his head all the time. But regardless, we got guys out there making plays like D-Law. Anthony Barr showed the hell up today in a beautiful way. I was worried because LVE's out. We talked about this, man.
Well, Barr dropped that interception in the first half, but he damn sure made up on it in the second half. I'm there with you. He was blowing up some plays in that second half. You got to give it. I mean, this defense got some pressures. It didn't result that much in the sack column. You know, the Dallas Cowboys did not sack Gardner Minshew one time this game. And as I said, our offensive line, they didn't hold up Dak very well. I mean, he got sacked 6 times, but some of those sacks came when the pocket collapsed, and obviously Dak is trying to get out of there. And, you know, those defensive, I mean, you got to give credit to this Eagles defense, but
Yeah.
only to the point to where I told you, they only been allowing teams to score 19.9 points on them. And the Cowboys with Daddy, ho, 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 I told you, Daddy was coming home with a bunch of gifts. Daddy put a 40 burger on them league-leading Eagles, man. So if you're happy Dak put a 40 burger on their ass on Christmas Eve, like and share this video, baby.
We say this a lot. Too. You know, I say it a lot. At least I know you reiterate it. You got a lot. You say a lot too. But we say this a lot, man. Dak's just one of those quarterbacks. I understand people might not think he's elite. Whatever their definition of it, I don't give a shit. When Dak makes a mistake, he normally does not make that mistake again. And he normally finds a way to make up for that mistake. And I cannot tell you how many times he made up for that fucking stupid interception today at the beginning of the game that made it look like it was going to happen all over again. Philly's going to shit on us. It's going to be horrible. New Year's, Christmas Eve, da-da-da-da. He came back in and led this team down to multiple drives over and over and over again. And there can't be enough, said about him, man. I know he makes some weird decisions, but, dude, he's got some weight on his shoulders, man.
Nazir Coke is checking in. That's a weird name, if you ask me. Must be from the East Coast, likely a Philly fan. He says, y'all barely won without Hurts. Look, man, they didn't have Hurts, and Minshew came in and did a serviceable job as a backup. I'm not going to lie. I want to give Gardner Minshew a little bit of flowers, but that defense y'all got, I'm a little bit more concerned. You talking about Hurts? Well, Hurts don't play defense, Nazir. So answer to me about those 40 points. Y'all only been holding teams to 19.92. Let's talk about Dak.
Yeah. We all barely won without Hurts, but you just definitely lost without your offense being able to do anything against this defense today, man. I don't know. That was an ignorant thing to say.
Yeah, we talk about the injury bug. We've seen about 3 of the Eagles players go down with critical injuries. I think Lane Johnson, that other guy that got a sack on Dak Prescott at the beginning of the game. This defense took some L's. You know what I mean? They got some injuries. And as we talk about that week to week, the injury bug late in this season, it looked like A.J. Brown was injured. I don't know. Did A.J. Brown come back in that game?
You know what? I don't know. Well, yeah, he did, because he caught a pass. He caught that pass late in the game there on that last drive that got them down there before they screwed that up. So, yeah, he came back in the game. He certainly did not do what I expected him to do, because let me tell you, man, after that first burn on Diggs, I started getting worried, man.
Look, that gambler name is starting to stick with Diggs. That's 2 big passes I've seen. Matter of fact, I think he accounted for 2 touchdowns today. Back there gambling.
Yeah.
And this is a backup quarterback in Gardner Minshew. Now, we talked about that in the pregame, stopping the run, which they did. The Dallas Cowboys stopped the run on the Philadelphia Eagles. They held them to 87 rushing yards. Now, we know that's without Jalen Hurts, but we knew that scheme was going to change. We know the coaching staff of Nick Sirianni and them, they do a great job of scheming for Jalen Hurts. That's been a big success for them. And sliding Gardner Minshew in, they did a great job of coaching and running that scheme. But the Dallas Cowboys defense was just too stout when it mattered. We got turnovers. And as you've seen that last-minute stat come in, I think Dallas Cowboys leads the league on points off turnovers currently.
Well, so, damn. Let me ask you this, BJ. BJ, you're a great Cowboys mind. This game, having watched all of it in its entirety without Jalen Hurts, does it prove to you that he is in the MVP race because of the system or because of what he brings to the game?
As a retired military veteran, 23 years in the Navy, everything's based on leadership. So, you got to give it to that team. I mean, they're carrying Hurts, and Hurts has got a skill set. Like I said, their coaching has done a great job. That's a good winning system when you got a good coach, good scheme, good players, athletic, you play to their abilities. I mean, they did well. They stacked well in the offseason too as well. But without Hurts, and especially today, I mean, we could just shoot it out. If you're going to get in a shootout even with Hurts, Dallas Cowboys can win. That defense allowed 40 points on them today, not holding them to 19.9 like they've normally been doing leading up to this game today. So to answer your question, Hurts is great, but I think it takes him out of this MVP race. I think, in fact, we may not see him this next game. I think he's hurt, and they're really trying to save him for the playoffs. No pun intended, he's hurt. But, I think that injury is a little bit more scary than they're letting on to, and I think they want him to heal because they got a shot. Like we said, we both have clinched, and we're probably not going to see them play each other until we get in the playoffs at full strength with Dak Daddy and Jalen Hurts head-to-head in the playoffs. Oh, what a sight. I can't wait to get these numbers today either, Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they're going. I think they're going to play. Philly's going to play New Orleans, right? They got a couple easy games left here, so I don't see them. It wouldn't make sense for them to bring Hurts in, which actually bodes well for us because if we win out, they lose out, we're up there in first, and we win the division. That'd be some wacky shit to see happen, but it is 100% possible. I don't know if the Giants won today, but they at least played like they're a football team today.
The Giants did win today.
So there's a possibility they give if Minshew's in there still. I think we needed
them to win today too, in some aspect. You know, there's a bunch of scenarios going around. I think the last scenario is Dallas has got to win the last 2 games, and I think Philly, if they lose one more game and we win out 2, I believe we're NFC East champion, which hasn't been one in 17 seasons. Y'all seen them put up that stat during the game, and the first time the Dallas Cowboys have made the postseason back-to-back since 06-07. That's been about 15 years. Oh, the Giants lost the Vikings today. It was such a close game. I take that back.
Daniel Zamora talking to us. They lost, you dummies. All right, that's cool, man. You just say they lost, man.
That just goes to tell you I don't watch other games, but Minnesota, that's right, 27-24 over the Giants, and then Washington lost to San Francisco 37-20. San Francisco's handling business. I mean, they look like they're peaking right about now. And we know what happened when they seen them boys that first round last season. So Dallas Cowboys, last 2 couple of games, we got the Titans on Thursday Night Football this coming week. Then we got the Commanders to close out the season. Dallas Cowboys are clearly in the driver's seat. I'm so thankful we just don't have to play on all these other scenarios to get into the playoffs as a wild card. It was nice to clinch after last week.
Nice to clinch. Even better to win this game today, man. And again, I'm going to take some reality points away simply because Minshew is in there. But we all understand they beat us with Cooper Rush. So we still don't have a very, very good answer as to what a fully healthy Dallas Cowboys team looks like against a fully healthy Philadelphia Eagles team. But at this point, it doesn't matter because a dub's a dub and L's a L. We get the dub. They get the L. That's the way it goes. Today's a damn good day. Merry Christmas to all y'all. Cowboys world. I love you. I love the Cowboys. Beautifulness.
So ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everybody. I know Christmas morning is going to be a lot better. I'm going to tell you, I was on the verge of cardiac cowboy arrest that last 2 minutes, man. I'm pacing. I'm walking. You know, I mean, everybody's looking at me, and they're like, man, we hope the Cowboys win because we don't want to have to hear Dad, you know, that type of stuff. So if you can feel what I'm saying, I mean, there was a lot of emotions running there, you know, towards the end of that game, especially with everything on the line. And I really can't wait to see these numbers as they come out. I pretty much guarantee I think they eclipsed over 42 million viewers because, man, that last 2 minutes of that game was everything, wasn't it?
Shout out to my brother Stoney Grantham out there in Austin, Texas, bass guitar legend in Central Texas. I texted him probably 4 minutes left of the game right before we got the ball back. And that's the first thing I said to him was cardiac Cowboys. Him and I are, he's a couple years older than us. He's one of those guys that knows that term very well and always says it to me because we're old school. And it's exactly what I said to him. It is cardiac effing Cowboys, man. They can't just make it happen. So, you know,
it's typical. I see one of the comments is typical NFC East fashion, right? As CT Bible taps in and says, I just want to know what positive should be taken from the game. What would this game have been if Hurts was in there? I think we covered that already. You know, Hurts in the run game, we held them to under 100 yards. We know Hurts is deadly on the ground. But I believe if you can get into the shootout with the Eagles, you see the Dallas Cowboys put up 40 on that defense. Dak is capable. Even with that pick 6, you take that off. I mean, it's even worse. You know, there's a bigger, I mean, that's a 2-score win at that point. But that Eagles defense was going to have to do it for Gardner Minshew, and they just weren't able to do it. And some key injuries, as we've seen, Lane Johnson of the offensive line went down. A couple of their other players went down too. We talk about that here, time in and time out. The injury bug is an opponent. So there's your answer. I believe if Hurts is in the game with Dak, we'll see that in the playoffs. We'll win that game. It's Dak and our defense, if they can hold and continue to get that pressure, it's a recipe for success.
Yeah, I think it's hard to just sort of apply what happened today and just drop Jalen Hurts in the game and say whether we'd be able to beat him or not. If Jalen Hurts was starting today, we would have came with a completely different defensive game plan. So if we came with the defensive game plan that we went against Gardner Minshew against Jalen Hurts, then yeah, it would have probably been a problem for us today. But no, we would have definitely walked into this game with a different situation. We would have maybe rushed LVE to come back from a little bit of a stinger. I don't know. But we need to have a spy. Everyone needs a spy or a linebacker that's going to be able to keep their eye on Jalen Hurts. And even then, you can't catch him all the time. So, no, there's no way to answer that question because we can't go back in time or forward in time. the truth of the matter is we game plan completely differently. And we had to switch game plans today, even though I think we did a decent job in the first half. Minshew came back and just started balling, man, because they got a damn good team around him, man.
They got a powerful offensive line. I mean, that's a big hit with losing Lane Johnson. But he was a big reason why Michael Parsons didn't get that much or didn't get to Jalen Hurts in that first game. But the defense definitely had to step it up. And Brandon's tapping in right there and let us know. He says, Michael Parsons on the interview, offense done their job, and we just had to get one more stop, and we got it. I find that kind of ironic because I believe Blog and the boys put this out. I think they have a Madden simulation on the Cowboys-Eagles game, and the score, although it may be different, they did say that Eagles-Dallas Cowboys Madden matchup, the Dallas Cowboys would win on a 4th down stop for the game. Coincidental or not?
I mean, even a broken clock is right 2 times a day, right? I certainly years ago stopped using the John Madden football game model as a way to find out whether my Dallas Cowboys were going to win a football game. That game has been broken for well over a decade. That's a total different podcast. But anyway, Be Red. Good seeing you, my brother. Prototype as well. It's so great to see all these wonderful faces that I know are down when we are playing the worst games, losing. They're still here supporting us, and especially during times like this when we're winning and we're higher than high, beating the best team in the mother effing NFL right now. So it's good to see the family poking in, taking some time away from what's probably a busy holiday for them to say hello to everybody out here. So we appreciate that for sure.
So I placed the link in the comments. So all of my green badges who support the content, we're live on 4 locations. We're live on Facebook, on the Build Different group. We're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. That platform Elon Musk on now, who they just voted him out as CEO. And I think they're trying to hire Tom from MySpace over there or something. But the link is in the comments, y'all. Hit that if you're a green badge. We want to hear from you. I know my Cowboy cousins are happy. Show us what your church clothes look like. Tell us if you're there, boots on ground. Tap the link and come tap in with us before we get out of here. We want to hear from you today.
Yeah. Did we excuse me, did we ever see any of those usual Eagles fans pop in here at all besides that one?
No, they've been hiding, and I know they were commenting early on the post, and that's how they do. They moved the goalposts. They were telling us when Jalen Hurts said he was going to be out, well, that's good anyway. We're going to sit them for the playoffs. If y'all win, it's fair. We beat y'all with a backup. Y'all beat us with a backup. See how they moved the goalposts? Oh, but God Almighty had Gardner Minshew hung an L on Dallas today. I would have had to turn my TV and internet off for a week, Bob. I think so.
Well, it would have been, I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough, man. I had a pretty decent pregame this morning. A little bit of micro helped me out approach the day. So I walked into this game with a little less stress than I normally would have walked into, because in the grand scheme of things, and I had to keep telling my wife this because my wife was tripping so hard that we were going to lose this game that I just had to keep telling her, we're in the playoffs, baby. We're in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know.
Just chill. If it gets real bad, we start pulling some people. Play the smart game. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, but deep in my heart, I wanted so bad to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. I had to keep telling her that I was okay, but I wasn't okay.
Bro, after that Dak pick 6, I was just like, here we can't even get out of the first quarter. Here we go with the bullshit. Like, threw it right to Josh Sweat. But, man, Dak Prescott, I seen him on the sideline, too, and he's like, you can believe that. He was hyping himself up. He was like, he was pissed. So I don't know what he needs to do to get pissed like that every game. So maybe he can come in against Tennessee Titans on Thursday Night Football. We got a short week this week. The Dallas Cowboys travel to Tennessee. That is going to be the takeover game out there. Shout out to Cynthia Bowen, Lisa Bowen with Fan Zone. Make sure y'all check in with Fan Zone out there. They're going to be doing the takeover there in Tennessee. The Dallas Cowboys visit the Titans. We got 2 remaining games left. And the Dallas Cowboys are in the driver's seat. I'm glad that the division is still up for grabs. What a division is going to be to win this season. They've been talking down on the NFC East. Well, what about now, haters?
What about now? Big shout out to Fanzone. Fanzone been doing it a long ass time for all the fan clubs and everybody, man. Yeah, Cynthia Bowen, they've been doing it a long time, man. Shout out to them for real, man.
Yeah, I just seen Cynthia down there. She had a photo with Jerry down there at the Miller Lite Club. So Jerry getting social down there. I know everybody's happy. Always when the Dallas Cowboys win, especially on a holiday. Hey, haters, how are you? Y'all said we was going to be crumbling in December. What happened? Where are you at? Where are you at, baby? The Dallas Cowboys ain't crumbling. That cookie is not crumbling.
Man, I saw some fight in our Dallas Cowboys today, man. I saw some real fight. I saw some fight on both sides of the ball, man. We did some crazy stuff, man. And Turpin, Man, oh, B Reds are now. Turpin, man, I thought Turpin got that, man. Turpin. I was cheering, man. My wife was screaming for him, but holds happened. But there was just a lot of good stuff happening, man.
Speaking of that, I mean, what up, King Sharon? We see you tapping in, baby.
Hey, what's up, guys? Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas, brother. How you living?
Shit, man, we doing good, bro. Especially after this dub. It was a hard game to watch at first. I was kind of like, man, what's going on? And we just kind of got it going. I just had to, I wanted to come here and say, there's a lot of Dak haters out here. Dak done his fucking job tonight, bro. And he done it last week, really, too. He really done his job last week, too.
He did play at a high level last week, but
our defense has been falling off. Dak kept us in this game. Dak won that game for us. Our defense stepped up at the last minute when they needed us to, when we needed them to. But it's all good. We got, I think we really got a shot. If we can just get this shit together and get it tightened up just a little bit more, we got a shot at making the run.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, the defensive line went up against the hardest offensive line they faced the entire year today, man, and did a.
Well, we're number one and number two. We're number one and number two. So.
Yeah.
Well, they got 6 sacks, so they got that spread on us today in the sack counter. We didn't get any sacks on Minshew, and I think they were up 4 or 5 sacks. So they separated further away in the league. Their sacks are sacks on sacks on sacks, but it wasn't enough today.
I definitely don't think we got to Minshew as much as we should have. But I figured we should have had a lot more pressure on him. But it didn't work out that way. But it's still coming in our favor in the end. Hell, look, I got so mad. Look at this. Oh, I kind of messed up my hat a little. Yeah.
I kind of messed up my hat a little bit.
I threw that son of a bitch down. I got mad, threw it down on the ground.
That's called war wounds, baby. That's called war wounds right there.
It just gives it a little character, Anyway, I just want to get on and say Merry Christmas, give my opinion about Dak, because all them Dak haters can go on somewhere. Dak does his job. The defense has got to step up. But I love y'all. Merry Christmas. I'm going to get out here and spend some time with my family before we go to bed, and hope y'all have a great Christmas tomorrow. Love y'all.
Ho, cousin. Merry
Love
Christmas.
you, B-Red. Be well, my brother.
Nice. Where are all the rest of our supporters at? If you want to tap in with us, I will place the link in there. All green badges have the green carpet treatment. Y'all know how we do around here. If you want to support the content, get down with the content. Looking for 5 more supporters. Get your name on the list. Quest for the 6-pack. Got a cool prize in here. And there's a little hint that says Cowboys currency. So make sure you hit that green badge and support. If you'd like to get on the live with us, I'm going to place the link in the comments. Jump up on us and tell us how you feel.
Let me tell you, man, I knew right away that my hold them to 14 points thing was shot out the effing window. I did not think it was going to be a 70-point plus situation. That's for damn sure. But at the same time, I just knew, I just had this feeling that the defense might have to be the difference here today, man. And I don't know, man. I guess when I look back on it, if I'm going to call what the play of the game was, it has to be T.Y. Hilton catching that pass. So there's no way the defense really turned the game around. The defense
was a third down and long, 39 or something like that, wasn't it?
It was like third and I want to say
20 or
20 or 30 or some shit like that.
They were just like, it was a big momentum play.
Yeah, just chuck it up, man. And dude, I remember just a very like a huge amount of energy came right back into my body when I saw him land with that. And I just screamed, T.Y. Hilton, like, holy shit. Like, where is he? Where has he been all game? It doesn't even matter. If he leaves after this play, he will have the great game for me. I would be like, that was a successful game for T.Y. Hilton. Just with that one catch.
Cowboy cousin King Sharon tapping right in there. 3rd and 30 to T.Y. from Dak, 52 yards. Easily, I could call that play of the game too, especially him just coming in one time. I mean, what does that do, especially with this wide receiver core? Adding a veteran like that coming in to make a big play, which possibly one of the biggest plays of the game, especially in momentum and explosiveness, keeping Dallas Cowboys drive alive and in the hunt to score, because we were behind at that point still, I believe.
Yeah, and he did it on Darius Slay, one of the best corners in the NFL historically for a long time. He gave us hell in Detroit. The guy knows what he's doing. And as I said before, when you look at his face after that play, he just has to be like, I just got sunned. I just got sunned by T.Y. Hilton, because that's all that happened right there. He beat him. He got behind him. And even when it was time for contact, T.Y. made that catch. It was absolutely incredible, man. And kudos to Dak for getting it down there. I think I sometimes quietly give Dak shit for not having that long ball arm. But I forget that he does. He just doesn't really put himself in situations where that's a necessity, because those are also high risk plays to have those kinds of chucks.
I'm with you there, baby. I'm with you there. But the Dallas Cowboys were successful. There was a total of 74 points. The line on it from Vegas today was 44.5. The Dallas Cowboys were favored by 4.5. They covered the line, the spread, all of that. Dallas Cowboys win 40-34. Man, that's a whole lot of points on that league-leading defense with all them sacks. I mean, they got to Dak Prescott 6 times, but they didn't get to him a 7th, which didn't make it enough. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, but the Dallas Cowboys are victorious today. And, man, that's about time to smoke some. Get on the victory cigar. What you think?
Yeah. Eggnog, a little bit of.
Yeah. Let's go celebrate and bask in this enjoyment. We're going to be on Victory Sunday on Christmas Day. Oh. Daddy's coming home, I told you, with a whole lot of gifts. You've been live with Bob and BG. This is the post-game report of your Dallas Cowboys beating the league-leading NFC Eagles 40-34. Y'all tune in with us on the next episode.
Get off live.